And
I have been busier than normal, but happy. I like to be busy.
well, yeah. And I got to tell you, that was the first time I actually seen you in concert.
Oh, okay.
And in that setting, I love that setting.
Well, it was one of my favorite events too because it's more personal. You get an opportunity to,
Yeah.
really tell the stories and set up the songs and why they've been written. And Mont Haven it's a quaint little place, but it's one on one. You get more of an intimate setting for sure.
Yeah. But now I'm waiting for Kelly Lang, the comedy tour.
Well, I know she mentioned that I should go into comedy, and I have. I don't think of myself as funny, but I enjoy laughing. So
I had so much fun. And you
thank
just
you.
telling the stories and picking on the people in the other room and stuff. And I was just like, oh my God, I loved it.
Oh, I love people, and I love to cut up and if you've got a good audience like we did the other night, they're fun to
Yeah.
play with.
Oh, yeah. Because I was sitting there. Kim was sitting next to me, and Charlene was sitting right there. And
Yeah.
we just had a blast.
Oh, it was fun. It was one of my most fun nights. I was very relaxed for some reason. I hope that you felt that, but I'm normally not that chill. I normally get a little bit more stressed out, but I was amongst people that I knew wanted to be there and that I loved, and it was just a fun evening. I was so happy to have my sister and brother-in-law in town, and
Yeah.
she never gets to see me in concert, so it was quite a shock for her, I'm sure.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was so laid back and so much fun. And I was just like, you kind of miss some of that if you're in like a bigger venue or bigger, more people and all that stuff. And
You do, and that the intimacy is,
yeah,
one of my most fun nights I've ever experienced was in Murfreesboro. One night I saw Barry Gibb, um, and he was singing to just his guitar and a piano player, but he got to tell the songs of why he wrote certain things, and I thought, you know what, that's where it is. That's the magic sauce because if I mean, I love to see full concerts, don't get me wrong, but when you feel like you have left knowing them a bit better than you did before you walked in, and that's really important to me.
yeah. Because I mean, it was amazing.
Well, thank you. I'm glad y'all were there.
Well, yeah, I told Lisa, I said, we're going to do more of that because I had a lot of fun and never met y'all in person before. We'd always just over this thing.
Yeah, yeah. It's quite different, actually. I love in person.
It's a whole lot more fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lisa got your book and she read your book. I haven't been able to touch the book.
I knew I liked her. I knew I liked her.
She has been reading your book and she brought it in here and she was like, you got to tell her I loved this book.
Is she finished it already?
Yes. Two nights.
Oh, that's the biggest compliment to me because I would like for people that read it to feel like they were sitting across the table from me and just talking. And I felt like it was in my voice and it was the way I really wanted the reader to be able to hear. It's an easy read. It's a fast read, but there's heavy topics in it, of cancer, but then there's funny things in it and things that I laughed out loud when I actually was able to write. So I'm hoping she picked up on that too.
Well, yeah. And what she wrote is Kelly's book is uplifting, witty, and incredibly relatable. She writes with pure authenticity that made me feel connected to her and her amazing journey. There's even a touch of wisdom inspired by The Secret.
It's true. It's true. I learned a lot along the way and how to get through life's toughest moments by those inspirations. I agree with her. Thank you so much, Lisa. Very
Yeah.
kind.
And, that's now that I get the book, I'm going to start reading it tonight
Good. Let me know your thoughts.
because she told me something she was blown away by that you wrote. And it was the whiteboard.
Oh, the wishboard.
Yeah,
Yes.
the wishboard on. That's what she's got me doing now.
I'm telling you, I have cleaned my wishboard maybe 4 different times since I began it. And when you see that your things that you put on there come true and you can physically take them off, it's
Mm,
very, very empowering. You know, you think, wow, I didn't see that coming. One time I put up a silver version of a car that I wanted, but I really wanted the white one. You know,
yeah.
I just found a picture of this certain car I wanted and I put it on the wish board, and lo and behold, like 2 months later, this car shows up in my life, but it was silver. And I was like, well, you got to be careful what you wish for, you know? So eventually I got more specific with my wish board, but it does really help. Just this week, I looked up the things that I had put on there, and I need to take a few more things off of it. It makes you feel very accomplished, and you can focus and see exactly what direction your life you want it to go in. But if you don't put a wish board together or write a list down of what you want, you're just aimless, you know? So it's really uplifting.
Yeah, because I mean, she started telling me about all that and
Mhm.
actually got a whiteboard, a big whiteboard. And I made the comment about Sheldon Cooper on Big Bang Theory, how they always had the big whiteboards everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
And now I'm like, here's a, January, February, March, April, May, and this is what I'm wanting to gear up towards, and this is what I'm shooting for. And
Yeah. It's powerful when you have goals to set and you see them in front of you each day. It just is a little spark of a reminder, you know, and like I said, it's very fulfilling to take those things off of your board to replace them with something even new. You know, it's really funny, David. One time I put up in the center of my board the word contentment,
yeah,
because, you know, you could want things or goals or whatever, but I thought it was super interesting when I put up the word contentment. For a long period of time, I didn't have anything I really strived for. Like, it was like, I can't even think of anything I would want or goals. And I realized, oh, you got to be careful what you put on the board, because
yeah,
contentment makes complacent, you know? So I had to be really careful about that, to not get complacent in my day.
yeah. That I can see that.
Yeah.
You got to be careful with everything nowadays. You got to put certain
Words,
things down.
words are very powerful. Yes.
Yes, they are. I didn't really realize how powerful certain words can be until I got to a certain age.
Yeah, wisdom comes with age and patience. I suppose I probably need to work on that a little bit, but um, I've learned that I don't always have to be right, and I don't always have to give my opinions just because I have an opinion. The older I've gotten, the more I let things slide a lot more, you
Yeah,
know, and I tend to be kinder even to myself. You know, I give myself more grace than I once did as well.
yeah. And then when you sang that song, "This Too Shall Pass," I didn't realize that was the first time you actually sang that out in public.
Yeah, it was scary. I get very emotional when I sing that, because I cried when I wrote it. I really cried, like bawled like a baby. And I had a hard time getting through it the other night. I was supposed to sing it at Country for a Cause, but that's an emotional night for me anyway. And I
Yeah,
didn't want to add double pressure on me. So I switched songs at the last minute, because the words to it are so powerful. It's a human nature song, you know, that I feel I wanted to be in the right environment and mentally not be so busy, but for me to be able to perform that. So it worked out really nice that I could the other night.
yeah. Because I was, I mean, I can speak for myself and probably everybody else there. We were so honored that you shared that with us.
Oh, thank you, David. It's a scary song to sing. You know,
Yeah,
it's really funny, because a lot of the songs that I sang the other night, I've not sung a lot of them. Like "Never Met a Man I Didn't Love," or there's a couple of them I can't think off the top of my head. But um, when you have written something and then you share it with people, it's like, I hope you think my child is cute, you know, because you don't know how it's going to be
yeah.
received. And I was so pleased how well there was a listening crowd, you know, and I really appreciated that very much.
Yeah, because I was laughing my butt off when you was talking about men you not love.
Oh man, literally, and once a week, TG is asked, or I'm asked that.
Well, I mean, I remember his song, and then you said this is your version, and I was just like, oh God. And then you
Yeah,
singing it, and I was like, apropos, babe, apropos.
absolutely. I mean, what's good for the goose, right? So
Yeah,
I
exactly.
had to bring it to the table.
It was great. I mean,
Thank you.
the whole night was just, it was so enjoyable.
Well, good. I'm so glad you liked it.
So you got the calls.
Country for a Cause, the June 3rd.
June 3rd.
Doors are at 5 at 3rd and Lindsley, and the show starts at 6:30. We have a huge lineup this year. We've got Mo Bandy and Linda Davis and the
Mhm.
Malpass brothers, Allie Colleen, which is, a treat in itself. John Barry, Darren and
I love
Aldridge, Darren Aldridge and Brooke. And
Yeah.
I mean, just the list goes on. Ty Herndon, Neil McCoy. It's going to be
Yeah.
such a different night. We've not had a lot of these artists on before, so it's going to be super fun. And there's going to be some surprises too. So, and we never know. I mean,
Oh yeah.
people could walk through the door and we're like, whoa, we're always, and it's like a party backstage because, we don't see a lot of our friends throughout the year. We see them at this show or in passing. So it's nice for us to catch up with them, but then we have to rush on stage because we get caught up in conversation backstage.
Oh yeah. I know all about that. It's just things backstage get so wound up. It's sometimes it's like you got to have somebody back there going, hey,
I know.
now.
I know. I have to get wrangled in every once in a while. Scott goes, "You're supposed to be on stage." I'm like, take off running.
Now is it that time?
Yeah, but it's super fun and it's for a great cause. We raise money for Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital here in Vanderbilt, and all the money goes to them. I think we've raised close to $300,000 so far, and this is mine and TG's 12th year to host the Country for a Cause event, and it's just it's really close to my heart because my brother was born with brain cancer. And the children's hospital that took care of him only charged my mom and dad $1 to remove his brain cancer. And, otherwise, I don't know what they would have done. I really don't. Financially, it can really destroy a family. So whatever little bit we can do to give back is really an honor to us and a blessing for us to be able to do that.
Yeah, it really is. And y'all do such an amazing job at that also. I mean, it just,
thank you.
It amazes me every year, the amount of artists that come in and everything that goes on with it. And then, am I correct in saying that you and TG are being recognized for something down off of McGavick Street?
Yes. There is a museum there, the Willie Nelson Museum, that is going to be showcasing a booth or a exhibit. I don't even know what it's called, exhibit area for our careers and clothes that we have worn like on album covers or stage things, and I haven't seen any of the display yet. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's really humbling though. It's like, why would you want my clothes in there? It's kind of weird. And I tease Scott Sexton because he's the one that helped, get that going together. But he's like, we need clothes for this and we need clothes for. I said, Scott, no, I get really attached to my clothes. They're like my little friends, And he's always saying, you got to let go of something, Kelly. So I thought it would be best to just donate an array of things and they could pick what they choose from. And I can always go get them if I need them. But I think the general public, it's free to come see that June the 5th. And I think our part is at 11 o'clock. So if people want to come by and watch this exhibit being displayed, that would be really cool to see you guys. And we're signing autographs that day there, as well as, the convention center downtown at CMA Fest.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to be able to be at CMA Fest this year, but okay. I will be at a couple of events around. I'm definitely trying to get to Christmas for a Cause, and I'm trying to get down to because I want to see this display that they're putting up.
Me
I
too.
I'm just like, because I mean, you know, you go like the Johnny Cash Museum.
Yeah.
You walk through there and you see, and you're just like, dude, wow.
Yeah.
Because when you see Johnny Cash, you think 6'5" man in black, and then you're like, was he that skinny? Really?
He was very thin. It is. There's a lot of things that you're like, wow, I didn't know she was that short, or I didn't know she was that, you know. And I think one of the things I think they're going to keep is the outfit that I wore on TG and our iconic duet album. And the pair of shoes that I wore on that, I had gotten a lot of slack from, or a lot of joking from Larry Steiner, Larry.
Yeah.
And he said they look like I had duct tape on my feet. So you be the judge. When you come see my shoes, you'll see if they look like duct tape. I agree with him, actually, but they're comfortable. So
That'll be funny as all get out. I can't wait.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, God. So this is turning out to be one hell of a year for you, honey.
Accidentally, it is. It is. I've been, you know, I told you at the top of our conversation, I've been very, very, very busy. You know, when you're acting as the writer and the producer and the creative director of the videos that go along with each single that's been released for this project, and the actor in the project, you know, there's a lot of spinning plates that I'm forming. And I have creative control over everything that I'm doing. So, which is great. You know, I really love that part about it, but it's a lot when you put together a project like this and it's all self-pinned. There's a lot of heavy lifting. I'm not going to lie. It's something I enjoy greatly, but I don't know if I would do it again.
I don't, honestly, with the way you've been writing music, and I can't remember exactly when you got done with the book and it came out.
Yeah.
But it was just like, I don't see how you keep it all together sometimes.
Well, I'm really grateful that it looks like I'm more busy than I am. I bank a lot of things. I am very busy day to day, but I bank a lot of things, and it looks like I'm releasing something each day. And I have had now, luckily, have a social media team that helps me with a lot of the things that TG and I put out each day. I couldn't handle all of that. That's been a real help for me. And you know what's really fun, David, is they have picked out a lot of videos from my past I've even forgotten about. Like there's videos that of TG's that he's done. He's like, where did you find this? You know, so it's been a lot of fun for us archivally to go back and relive some of these memories that we've totally forgotten about. And it is really bringing a new audience to our shows. We look out and we're like, wow, that's a younger audience than I expected.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but they're seeing things for the first time somehow, you know, so it's making a big difference.
I seen some videos of you from way back in the day with the big hair, and I was like,
oh man,
I remember that.
Yeah, and then you know, social media, everybody has an opinion. They want me to grow my hair back, or they don't like my hair short, or they love my hair short and they're glad I don't have big hair. Everybody's got an opinion. You know, it's super funny that, you know, just leave me alone. It's like I was teasing in the show the other night. If you've got an opinion, I don't want to hear about it. You know, I'm finally at the age where nothing really bothers me anymore. But I wanted to share with you too. I know June 5th of 1993, I think that's 34 years if I'm doing the math correctly, we lost Conway Twitty. And I have a song called Goodbye Darling that I put out many years ago in honor of Conway. Well, this year, on July the 4th, I'm going to be at Loretta Lynn's ranch in Hurricane Mills singing the song Goodbye Darling along with Trey Twitty and Taylor Lynn, Loretta's granddaughter and Conway's grandson. Twitty and Lynn is their fame. And I'm going to be doing that and then one of the songs from the album. So if anybody's around Hurricane Mills on July the 4th, come celebrate Conway Twitty with us. It's going to be a really special day. Yeah,
because I'm writing that down as we speak.
Yeah, it'll be so. Last year we did it, and I was so blown away by how dedicated those fans are. And before I even began to sing, they were into the song. They knew it already. Conway fans and Loretta fans are all, hi Rich, my brother-in-law just walked through, are all very just passionate. Thank goodness. You know, it keeps the music alive.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love everything. Come
here, Coco.
You're just having so much fun, and I'm so happy for you, because
thank you.
It's like, you know, you hear some people as they get older, their career dies and everything else, and you're just like exploding all over the place. I'm loving it.
Well, you know, age is just a number, and I think of myself, you know, when you've gone through a health crisis in particular, you really push reset. And so I feel like I'm 12. You know, you could tell me otherwise, but I wouldn't believe you. I feel like I'm 12 and I'm starting it all over again. And each day it brings a new challenge and something I learn. I love to learn. And I feel like I've got a new lease on life and a new passion for things that I took for granted for a little while, to be honest with you. You know, I took for granted that everybody could write or everybody could do an album, but at this point in my life, I'm going, wow, you know, this is a real privilege and a real honor to have a conversation with you and social media to be able to promote it. We're in a really sweet spot in time that independent artists really have a voice.
Oh yeah. And I'm loving all of it, because it opens up so many doors that we didn't have back then.
No, we didn't have it back then. And, you know, if people feel that I am busy, which I get that term a lot. People always say, you are so busy. Thank goodness for social media, because we can bank it, but it brings us our power back to us. You know, we don't have to wait on a record label to make a decision or to wait on somebody to run our lives for us. We have the power. And that's one thing I want to encourage your viewers to do. You know, if you are on the fence whether you should release something, or if you don't feel like you're strong enough, you've got power. You got just as much power in your hands as a major record label would right now. Yeah. And it's important to have faith in yourself and believe in it enough to just put it out. You know, what you gonna lose? And so meanwhile, I'm living the best life.
And I'm loving it.
Good. I'm glad you are. I'm glad.
All right, honey, we're going to get off here. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us.
I'm so glad. And let me know how you like the book.
I will.
Please tell her how much I appreciate her very kind words. That means a lot to me.
I will, because she really enjoyed it, and we just had the best time the other night. And it's just, I can't wait to see what happens next.
Me too. Every day is an adventure here. So thank you. Thank you for noticing. All right.
Kelly, tell everybody where they can find you, hon.
Yeah, go to kellylang.net. And I'm too active on social media. Everything. It's Kelly Lang Music on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok even. TikTok is a whole nother level of animal. I am just getting into that, but it's a lot of fun, and you know, it's a different audience altogether, but I love engaging, and I love your kind comments. If you leave a bad comment, I will erase you.
Yeah, exactly.
Delete.
All right, Kelly, we'll holler at you later, hon. Thanks so much. I'll see you soon.
Okay, my friend. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, everybody, please remember, like, share, follow, and subscribe. It helps us all. Go check out Kelly Lang and all the stuff that she's got going on. Make sure July 4th, go out to Hurricane Mills and look at what all's going on. Y'all, I'm telling you, TG Shepherd's got a lot of stuff going on. They're doing the Country for a Cause. Kelly's new song that she's just putting out, This Too Shall Pass. Oh my God. The things that these people are creating and doing is just, it's amazing. And I can't speak highly enough of these two individuals. These two artists are just awesome. All right. We're out of here. Love you. Mean it. Bye.